Black Adam looks awesome. Dwayne Johnson is rocking it. Welcome to Mirror Domains, everybody. Your place for entertainment headlines. On today's show, we're going to be talking about Jurassic World Dominion is set to make a huge killing at the box office. Julia Garner is going to be offered the role of Madonna. Rob Zombie has revealed the Munsters teaser on his social media. Top Gun 3 possibly. But we start off the show talking about Black Adam today, guys. Let's just get right into what this trailer was. I did a full live reaction to this already, so it's up on the channel right now. And we're just going to walk through some of the screen images here and take a look at it. So I'll tell you this straight up. Black Adam was a character that I was not too familiar with, but the trailer gave us enough information about his backstory that, well, it sounds like his kid was, well, murdered by the sounds of it, and that's what gave him that desire to be evil. Of course, Pierce Brosnan plays Dr. Fate. Let's take a look at the IMDb quickly here at the cast list. And I'll read you the synopsis first before we go and take a look at some of the screenshots. Nearly 5,000 years after he was bestowed with the almighty powers of the Egyptian gods, imprisoned just as quickly, Black Adam is freed from his earthly tomb, ready to unleash his unique form of justice on the modern world. Yeah, you know what? That's cool. So, Dwayne Johnson is Black Adam, Pierce Brosnan is Dr. Fate, Aldous Hodge is Hawkman, and we see him in the trailer there. I think we see him up here at the top here too. So yeah, I think the costume on him looks great. Aldous Hodge, he's got some muscles on him too, so he's gonna be pretty cool. And the rest of the cast, nobody really stood out to me. Noah Centineo is in this. Sarah Sahi, I think. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. So nobody else is named here. Zhao. Okay. Let's go back to the teaser here. It comes out October 21st, guys. So I felt like the trailer itself was fairly cool. And maybe I can turn on some of the... Oops, I didn't turn off my phone. Oh, well. Bummer. Maybe I'll do that here in just a few moments. So... they just go on to explain that his son sacrificed his life to save him. Okay, so he wasn't murdered, but he was doing something perhaps he wasn't supposed to. So his son, and The Rock looks like he's giving. I think he's going to knock it out of the park, because Dwayne Johnson, this is something that he's been wanting to do for a long time, and it looks like he's finally being able to show us what he had in his head, It looks awesome. It looks spectacular. Okay, so then they go on to show us that part that we saw in the little teaser snippets that they released of him floating up and killing a bunch of people here with electricity or something like that. And that looks epic. That looks epic. Okay, so then we got, who's this?
This world.
That's not Hawkman, is it? Yeah, that is. That must be Hawkman jumping down there, getting into his suit, which looks cool. There are heroes. And I forget who this is. This is like Atom Smasher, right? Okay. Because he's going to be part of that Justice Society or whatever. Their version of like the Justice League or something like that. No big hints as to who the bad guy is, but we see some green stuff here. I don't know what that's going to be about. Because if you're thinking about Black Adam and his nemesises, well, his nemesises are Shazam and Superman, right? So I'm hoping that at least in this, we get like a post-credit scene of him, or Shazam being aware of him. Heroes don't kill people.
Don't kill.
And then he says, but I do. Yeah.
Well, I do.
Well, I do. Yeah. Yeah. And this face-off here, I think Aldous Hodge is going to do great in holding his own, for sure. For sure. And then we get a scene here where some guy tries to hit him over the head with a baton, and it just bends. So he's got super strength. He's like steel. He's basically like the evil Superman, right? And we see later on that he's got super speed as well in the trailer. But the guy that hits him, he's kind of like, ooh, Uh-oh. And I'll play this part here for sure, because he gets punched, and he gets punched way up in the air. Yeah. So then, yet you definitely know that I was hoping that they were not going to pull back some of his meanness, like his intimidating kind of bad guy side. But by this, like, come on, look at this guy getting punched up into the air. They're actually showing it, like his menace there, Black Adam's menace, and I think they do a good job in this trailer showing that for sure. And it looks like Pierce Brosnan is going to be playing sort of like the mentor role of this society, these people that are coming together. And we saw that The Rock there gave praise to him the other day, so that looks great. And this was one of my favorite shots of the trailer. The flying, the flying looks good. They've kind of perfected it ever since like Man of Steel, with that new rig that they have. So all the flying looks great, but I like this when they're flying the planes, and he's just kind of like, he punches it. That just looks so awesome, so awesome. The Black Adam, guys. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. My full reaction is up on the channel. And then we get some other shots here. I don't know who they are. Then we see that there's some kind of big explosion behind him here. And him walking out here.
Up to you.
Awesome. Awesome. So I'm guessing he's going to start off bad, and then somehow, somewhere along the way, Pierce Brosnan will convince him to maybe help out with something. But then hopefully it'll lead up to this will set up Black Adam. And then I want to see him have to deal with situations like Shazam, to deal with situations like Superman. So that's what people want to see. If you want to make a lot of money and a lot of cheddar from that's what you do. And it feels like The Rock will have no problem doing that, because he loves this character. And it pays off. So these two people are in the van, and this is like our only moment of levity of some in this trailer. So, and this is what I mean when I said in my reaction, it does have those like light moments, but it's not over the head. So it's just like them rolling up the windows saying, "Ooh, hopefully." But you see how it's being delivered. It's not being hammy. It's not being over the top. It's just that right amount of level. And then, of course, he's like looking at them, and we get our first glimpse of like the super speed that he's got. There's some kind of, I don't think, some kind of a motor shell. Okay, so that wasn't what they were loading. They shoot a bazooka at him. Or maybe he was just loading it up while he was resting it against something. But then we get the super speed there. So he just quickly goes up, grabs it, looks at it. Yeah. He's like, huh, what's this? Ooh, so much better. And I like the look on The Rock's face there. Sorry, Black Adam's face. He's just kind of like looking down at it. I think he's gonna. Oh! I have high hopes for this, guys. October 21st is the release date for this. It can't come fast enough, and the music in it is pretty cool too. I like the vocalization. There's like vocals in it, and I like it. I like it a lot. That Black Adam trailer, guys, I think it looks absolutely stellar. Absolutely stellar. I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Black Adam, Guillaume Colette Sierra, director, looks like he's nailed it. They're going to do justice to this, and I can't wait. I can't wait for it. It can't come soon enough. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. You're watching Mirror Domain's Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. If you don't know, we do it movie show daily, 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday, where we talk about all of the big movie news headlines. If you're watching us live, I'll talk with you guys in between the stories. Afterwards, you can find all of these stories linked in the time codes and description below. With that being said, let's continue on with Joker 2. But first, Our Glass Viking says in the live chat, 11 years Dwayne has worked towards this end result. Hope he gets the credit he deserves at the box office. Me too, man. Me too. And I think I'm hoping that the audiences have been liking that Black Adam trailer. Let's scroll down, actually. Let's go over back to the trailer, and we'll scroll down to see what the comment sections are. So it's already got 1 million views, and that was an hour ago. So I'm going to refresh that quickly, and we'll take a look at some of the comments. This is over on WB's site. Now, this is not Joe Blow or anybody else's sites, because so it's got 1.6 already. So that's what, a 600,000 jump in an hour. Talk about the perfect casting choice. I already can see Dwayne Johnson absolutely owning this role. Some guy without a mustache says, okay, I like You Can Be the Destroyer of This World or Its Savior line from Dr. Fate. Yeah, that was cool too. I think it'd be sick if he was actually the destroyer. Hope that's the route the movie goes instead of all these villain movies where he just ends up being the anti-hero. Well, I know eventually that's where they want to go, but I hope they do give us at least one movie here where he does play that villainous role. Give us that menace. And it looks like from the trailer that we are going to get that. I like how you can't tell if he's a hero or a villain. I hope they don't turn it around at least at the last moment and make him a savior. They may. In some capacity, I think they may, but he will do it reluctantly, I think. It's not going to be like Morbius or Venom, where he's a straight-up hero kind of thing. Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate is an amazing choice. His voice sounds perfect for the character. Now, if only DC could cast Clancy Brown as Lex Luthor. Clancy Brown, he would have been an interesting Lex Luthor back in the day, but he's getting a little bit long in the tooth. Oh, he just did that action scene in Mandalorian. He was that red flame guy in Mandalorian. I think it was season 1, right? When they go to break out somebody from that penitentiary, that prison, whatever. Anyway, okay. So just at the first glance here, it seems like a lot of people like this trailer. Heroes don't kill people. I do. Guns don't kill people. I do. This looks good. Also, rumors that Superman and Black Adam are meeting for this first time in this movie. DC is about to blow up. Hopefully so, man. Hopefully so. I hope that the post-credit scene for Black Adam will have either a nod. Hopefully it'll have a nod to Shazam, because Shazam comes out in December. So Black Adam comes out in October. Shazam comes out in December, so that would perfectly align for some kind of a Easter egg of sorts. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, we talked about Black Adam for quite a bit here. Let's move on to the rest of the day's stories with Joker 2. This got announced yesterday as well. Huge headline, Joker 2. I love Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, Todd Phillips, director. I guess he's written the script. And we heard rumblings of this for a while now, guys. Is it or isn't it going to happen? Joaquin Phoenix didn't want to join on for like a franchise of anything, but he's shared an image of Joaquin himself reading the script. So it has a log line under it called Folie et Dieu. Folie et Dieu. And then it's a reference to a medical term for a mental disorder that affects 2 or more individuals. Okay, so Folie et Dieu, a reference to a medical term. So what does that mean? A medical disorder that affects 2 or more individuals. People, I think, would automatically think that maybe that's Harley Quinn, somebody in there that tries to help him, but they both succumb to his madness. I could see that, but hey, you know what they just set up in the Batman? The Riddler was next door to the proto-Joker, and maybe it's something like that. Maybe another villain comes into Arkham and he gets coerced by him. We'll have to see how that plays out, because I don't know if a Harley Quinn would work in that universe. Let's pull up that a little bit bigger. So Folie et Dieu, written by Scott Silver and Todd Phillips. So at least Todd Phillips is on board for this. He's helming it. And we saw the other day that Todd Phillips is being moved up the ladder in the pecking order of creative control for DC movies. And that's good. So that's probably why we're getting this announced now. Let's take a look at that Joaquin picture here. So he's reading the script. He's looking at it. And he's apparently signed for it. So, cool. Where do we go? I mean, eventually, someday they'll have to eventually... Well, no. Bruce was fairly young at the end of the Joker. And it just happened. So it'll be like 10 years or so before he faces off against Batman. We'll have to see how that works. I don't think they even need to touch Batman. Just keep it with the villains. Keep it with him. Show us what happens with him. Create a good story. How could you not trust Joaquin Phoenix's judgment in this to say, okay, I'll do it? Because he was reluctant before, but when he read the script, he was just like, yeah, now I want to do it. So it's Todd Phillips doing it. Same guy who made the first one. Folie et Dieu. Guys, Joker 2. No announcement as to when it would start production or if it's even greenlit. Yeah, there was been talks for a sequel for a long time, and it looks like something is finally coming to fruition because the Joker earned 1.07 billion. So that's the... it's kind of like, well, at least make a script for it, guys. And that's what's happened. So we'll have to see if it'll get greenlit, guys. What do you guys think? For sure, I think it's going to get the green light to say, make that movie. Hopefully it's going to be awesome. If there's going to be a Harley Quinn, what do you think? Who could play a different version of Harley Quinn in this universe that we know? Ooh. Could Rooney Mara maybe? Because they're together in real life. No, that would be kind of weird. I don't know about that. I don't know. It does suggest there's going to be another villain in there of some kind. So, Joker 2. Yeah. Joaquin will get another bookend statue, methinks. Could he get another Oscar for it? Maybe. Who knows? All right. Julia Garner is been offered the role of Madonna. There was a Madonna pick being produced by Madonna for Universal. And apparently the casting process has been fairly rigorous because they want to find somebody who can sing and dance. And they had that short list of people, including Florence Pugh, Alexa Demi, Odessa Young, and Baby Rexha and Sky Fiera. Baby Rexha can sing, but she doesn't look like her. But this Julia Garner looks like her. I thought maybe Florence Pugh might get it, but they've offered the role. So don't let it be, well, as of now, 12 p.m. On Wednesday, June 8th, Julia Garner has been offered the role, and Madonna herself was fairly involved in this casting process. So let's take a look at Julia Garner. If you don't recognize her, she was in Ozark, I believe, and she was in that Netflix series Inventing Anna. So let's take a look at some side-by-sides of them. Okay. I can see that. Can you guys see that? Like there she looks very much like a young version of her. And I'll tell you this, I watched the first episode of Inventing Anna. And I haven't watched Ozark, so I don't know that resume. But she's a good actress. She's got range. She's got the ability to put down some attitude, which Madonna has. You hear that she's very, very forceful at times. What's that word? Not prima donna. I forgot the word. Whatever. But when actresses or singers are holier than thou, that kind of attitude. Yeah. So, what do you think about that, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Does that seem like it would be a good fit? I think it would be. And we'll have to see how that plays out. I'll keep my eye on that one for sure. The Munsters! The Munsters is coming out, guys, this year. The Munsters teaser has dropped on Rob Zombie's social media page, and we'll take a look at it in a snapshot here in just a little bit. Okay, so Dark Remake comes to life with a new opening credits, and it really is a teaser. It's just them walking through the door, just like in the old TV show. We'll take a look at it here, guys. Munsters teaser. Now, I'm not going to play the music because the music is just the Munsters theme. And I don't know. I don't know if I don't want to get. Well, if he's putting it out, then we should be okay with it, right? A Rob Zombie film. Herman Munster comes walking through. Now, I don't know too much about the actor who plays Herman Munster, but what do you guys think? Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to mute the music again. So just to let you know that's the music. Sherry Moon, there she is. Okay. There we go. And then Uncle walks in. And that's pretty much the opening credit. Yeah. With the iconic music. Diva. That's what I'm thinking of word. Diva for Madonna. Okay, so then this The Munsters. All new movie coming 2022. No official release date.
Well, now what?
Written and directed by Rob Zombie. PG. Rated PG, guys. Universal is going to be on Peacock. Munsters teaser. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Yes, Madonna is a diva. That's what I was thinking about. Madonna is definitely diva. If she didn't like something done the right way, she would smash things and just yell at you. And I guess people allow that to happen around the kind of situation. All right. Jurassic World Dominion opens up this weekend, guys. It opens up tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to be going into seeing it. So, Jurassic World Dominion making tentpole series again running with a projection of 225 million worldwide total by Sunday. Wow. Well, I said that Jurassic World Dominion is going to be the first billion-dollar movie of this year because it's got dinosaurs in it, and the kids are going to be wanting to see that. So the worldwide box office was for Fallen Kingdom was okay. So they're projecting 120 to 125 million domestically, with the rest of it 150 plus with internationally. So yeah, that would okay, so it's also made 55.7 million already because it was released early in Korea and Mexico. Okay, that's why we got that on the tomato meter, that we got some Spanish reviews because it was released in Mexico already. Okay, yeah, like it was released a week early in Mexico. So it's going to have higher international numbers than domestic numbers for sure. But they're projecting only 125. That's a little bit low. That's not even Top Gun numbers. It's not even Top Gun numbers. So I'm guessing, well, it's not getting good reviews, guys. It's not getting good reviews at all. So 125 plus all the international numbers. Let's take a look at the tomato meter here. 73%. So it's dropped. It used to be at 88 or something. And that's only 11 reviews. So today we'll have the big release of all the North American people, the embargo being dropped for that. So it's almost shocking how little thought and care was put into what is being billed as the end of the Jurassic era in the films. Okay. In the end, it is what it is. If you want dinosaurs, chases, and familiar faces, Jurassic World Dominion delivers. If you want some spice, blood, and surprise, you have to look somewhere else. So, wow. Yes. Yes. Our Glass Viking says, is Jurassic World Dominion getting released in China? It already has been by this report over on Deadline. Oh, sorry, not, it's Korea. Yeah, they said Korea. So I think it will get released in China. Oh, actually, it's got a LGBTQ character in it, so maybe not. China doesn't like that stuff. And that's one of their criteria for it being released there. Maybe they cut out some of those scenes. I don't know if it will be. Well, but you know what? Spider-Man No Way Home proved that you don't need China's box office to make a lot of money. So, yeah, Jurassic World Dominion, despite the bummer credits, the reception by the critics, Jurassic World set to make some decent money at the box office. Jurassic World movies almost had very different titles. Apparently, it was supposed to be a different title, Jurassic World. This is from Colin Trevorrow. And if Jurassic World Dominion doesn't work, Trevorrow is going to be on a very short leash. I wanted to say it was like Jurassic World, Jurassic Earth, Jurassic Kingdom. I just kept changing it. And I think part of it's because I want to make original movies. Well, I hear that it's just too long as well. I hear that Jurassic World Dominion is too long. 2.5 hours. That's long. That's going to be a long sit in the theater. Hopefully it's not packed when I go see it, because if it's going to be packed, I'm not going to go see it. I'm tired of getting crammed into these small little seats for 2.5 to 3 hours. It's not comfortable. It's just not comfortable. But that's just my little problems. What do you guys think about the Jurassic World box office? We'll see a little bit more. The picture will become a little bit more focused tomorrow when I do my full live out of the theater reaction and see how this news develops. But 325 million worldwide for Jurassic World Dominion. It's possible. It's possible. Okay. Our Glass also says in the live chat, Rob Zombie is going for a complete replica of the first series, it seems. Very iconic images. Yeah. Well, they just updated the intros of them walking through the door. We'll have to see how that unfolds. Sorry, James. Yeah, I just saw when you scrolled back up, they estimated China at 150, including layovers. Did it? Did I not do... let's see. Taking a brief pause here, guys. Okay. Okay, so yeah, 59 offshore markets, including China. Okay. So there you go. Yeah. So then it's guaranteed to make $1 billion. Regardless of how good it is. But you know what? Transformers movies make $1 billion. Star Wars sequels make $1 billion. I'm not going to go into any of that. Okay, so let's go and continue on with the movie news. Predator Prey dropped its trailer yesterday, and we did a live reaction to it. It's up on the channel. Prey will be the first movie with a Comanche dub. Well, that's good, because we saw in the trailer that she was talking Comanche to her dog, but when they were talking to each other within the tribe, they were speaking English. So I was thinking that they would just do that thing from Hunt for Red October, where they're talking their language at the start, they zoom into their mouths, and then they're speaking English for us. But by the sounds of it, it looks like it's going to get a full dub in Comanche language. That's cool, the film's producer says. And this is being directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who did 10 Cloverfield Lane. The trailer looked awesome, guys. The trailer looked awesome. So let's see what the quote says here. That's really important to me, being Comanche and working with other Comanche language department. Also with working with Comanche language speakers, but just the fact that the people will have a choice the world will have a choice to listen to the whole film in Comanche is amazing. Talking to Jane Myers, produced. Okay, so that's cool. Yeah. That's, oh, hey. If you have it in it's an original language and you have subtitles, I'm somebody who doesn't mind subtitles. Now, I know the majority of people out there hate reading subtitles, but it's kind of like getting into a hot tub, guys. Sometimes it's too hot to step in, but you got to slowly step in. It's like that with subtitles. It takes a few minutes for you to get used to it, and then once you're used to it, you don't mind it at all. In fact, you just ease into it, and you have no problem with it. That's the way that I find. In fact, sometimes, even when I'm watching English stuff, I'll put it on the subtitles just so that I have clarity. But that's cool that Predator Prey will have a Comanche dub. It's going to be released on Hulu August 5th, guys. Yeah. Cool. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. Top Gun 3. Well, Top Gun Maverick did well at the box office, so you would think that the Top Gun 3 is a possibility, right? Well, it's made over $500 million at the box office. Paramount Pictures president and CEO Brian Robbins addresses the possibility of Top Gun 3 following Top Gun Maverick's box office success. And if it made $1 billion, which I don't know if it will, but I think it'll probably cap out around 750 to 800 million. Because it's a good movie, guys. Go see it. It's awesome. It's really awesome. And I might have to go see it again if Jurassic Park is as bad as some people are saying. I might need something to wash my mouth out with, and the Top Gun Maverick is a good choice to go to. Okay, so what's the quote here from the head honcho there? Okay, so he says, let's see where we are in 35 years from now. 35 years? I don't want to speculate. This is an incredible run. The sky is the limit for this movie. So they want to wait another 35 years. Well, Tom Cruise will be 85. Yeah, that's not going to happen. And the way that the direction is going, they talked about this in the movie. They addressed this in Top Gun Maverick, that it is going to go all to drones without any pilots. And that's what people want to see. That's the real standout, was them flying the planes and from the cockpits. That was something that Tom Cruise was really adamant about, that they wanted to do. So that's, yeah, I don't know if you can ever make a Top Gun 3 and have pilots in it. You would have to do that story of them handing over the reins to going towards that whole drone process. And if you make a compelling story, I don't know. Top Gun 3, guys. Is it something that you would want to see? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Later on today, guys, Obi-Wan Episode 4 is out, so we're going to do a full live watch-along in just about an hour here from now. 1:30 p.m. is when we're going to be watching Obi-Wan Episode 4. Now, I'm not going to go through the Easter eggs here. I just want to use this kind of a launching point, an announcement to let you know that here on Mirror Domains, we're going to be watching Obi-Wan Episode 4, 1:30 p.m. So it's going to be a little bit of a shorter show today, so I can go have my breakfast beforehand. And Obi-Wan, 1:30 p.m. Guys, check it out. We're going to be watching it. I'm excited. Hopefully Darth Vader, we get to see more of him maybe choking some people. Can't wait for it. Can't wait. Stranger Things 5. We got some Stranger Things 5 news. Well, we're just in the midst of Stranger Things 4, so what's going on? Stranger Things Season 5 will keep binge release format, Netflix executives say. Okay. So I'm guessing, though, that they'll release it in with the volumes like they did with Season 4, because we're right now in between Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 2 comes out July 1st. So I think they'll do it that way as well, because it's proven to be successful thus far. Stranger Things Season 4 has knocked it out of the park viewership-wise. People are still buzzing about it. People are still talking about performances in it, especially from Sadie Sink there. And the newcomers like Eddie Jason. People are really liking it. And I totally recommend that you guys go check it out. We did a full live watch along on the channel on a nice little playlist for you guys. Go check it out for sure. So they'll keep the binge format for season 5. The final season for Stranger Things. Guys, we got to learn about Vecna. He's got to go down in volume 2. He's got to go down. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But what else about season 5 is out there? They also confirmed the Duffer Brothers, the creators, say that season 5 will have a time jump. So you know that there's been time jumps in between each season because the kids have grown up. So that seems like a no-brainer to me that there's going to be a time jump. And that's fine. These kids are going to be like, well, Millie's 18 right now. So she's going to be like 20 by the time season 5 comes out. And that's okay. As long as they're still not in high school. Hopefully it'll end with them going to maybe prom. That could be whoever survives. Because you hear that somebody big is going to die in volume 2 for season 4. But I'm thinking Eddie. Eddie is going to be the one that dies. People say that perhaps Steve, we'll have to see. Quote, I'm sure we will do a time jump. Ideally, we have shot season 4 and 5 back to back, but there was just no feasible way to do that. Yeah, because of that C word I can't use. So these are all discussions we're going to have with our writers when we start the room up. Believe it or not, we're still working on season 4. We're trying to finish the final 2 episodes. They're so massive, and I heard that too, because episode 8 is like an hour and a half, and episode 9 is like 2.5 hours. Ooh, it's going to be a long day, but we will do streaming for that. We'll do full live watch-alongs for that when they drop. We'll do what we normally did for those ones. We won't do movie news those days. We'll just do the full live watch-alongs. So that's the Stranger Things Season 5 news, guys. What do you think about that? It seems par for the course, I would say. What's not par for the course? Star Trek 4. Yes, earlier this year, JJ Abrams and the executives over there at Paramount cooked up this story that Star Trek 4 is going to happen. It's going to shoot this fall, and it's going to come out next year. We got some production updates from the big boss there, Brian Robbins. Well, let's see what he's got to say. Scrolling down this article over on Screen Rant. Let's see. We're deep into Star Trek 4 with JJ Abrams, and it feels like we're getting close to the starting line, and excited about where we're going creatively. I'm a research nerd, and what the data tells me is that the audience wants the cast of the first 3 films in the movie. Well, sadly, Anton Yelchin has passed, so he's not going to be able to be there to play Chekhov, which kind of bums me out. I was hoping that since he had passed, that since they've done 3 of them, that they would just kind of put this Star Trek iteration to bed. But they really want to make this movie. JJ Abrams is kind of like, yes. I'll tell you this. Here's what Star Trek 4 feels like to me. It feels like it's being jammed down our throats. Nobody out there is really clamoring for it. Nobody really wants it. They get the impressions that we do. The box office numbers went like this. Like the 3rd movie, I think barely broke even. So I don't understand why they would want to go ahead with this, but all the actors are going to be, the remaining actors will come back for it. I'll have to see how it goes. You never know, perhaps JJ Abrams will reach into his mystery box and pull something out, but he's been so hit and miss, right? Let's just face it. The Rise of Skywalker was not very well received by a lot of people, so J.J. Abrams has kind of he's floating around right now. And talking about J.J. Abrams, he just got shut down with his TV show Demimonde that was going to be on HBO Max. It was going to be produced by Warner Bros. And of course, we know who the new head of Warner Bros. Is, David Zaslav. And apparently the production like the costs of the production for Demimonde was going to be so high, it was going to rival what Lord of the Rings show was going to be. It was going to be like on a budget north of 200 million for an HBO show. And nobody knows what, well, I guess it was based off of something, maybe his own ideas or something. But JJ Abrams gets shut down. It was going to, no, so they did have some cast. But, yeah. Television series to streamers, including Apple, Netflix platforms. Yeah, so with something that's over $200 million, guys, you can't... I think you should only ever do those things with proven entities. And that means, sadly, that kind of budget has to be reserved for something that's well established, like something that would have a sequel or based from a book series. Demimonde, I don't know what it's based off of. For the most part, guys, come on, just tell me what it's about, guys. Yeah, but we know that David Zaslav here has been looking at all of the projects, TV-wise and movie-wise, and just axing a lot of stuff. And I have no problem with that. He's looking out for the betterment of the company. So if these things are questionable, which this sounds like perhaps it was, then, well, you know what, JJ? At least you still got that Star Trek. It'll give you time to focus in on that. And, yeah, Demimonde. For the few people out there that were perhaps looking forward to it, he was slated to direct the pilot. But JJ Abrams gets shut down. I don't think a whole lot of people will lose sleep over this, except for JJ Abrams fans and JJ Abrams. Okay, there's a few more stories that we're going to talk about that are not in the description, but they will be later on. Face Off 2. Director confirms that movie will be an absolute sequel. Okay, well, we heard rumblings that there was going to be a Face Off 2. And it was going to be more like a reboot, but apparently, no, it's going to be an absolute sequel. Okay, well, I like that movie with Nicolas Cage and the guy from John Travolta. The guy from, yeah. Obviously, John Travolta can't be in it, but Nicolas Cage possibly could be because he went back to his family at the end, right? So there could be an older version of him, but who would he face off against? Okay, we got a quote here. Ever since Pig came out, we saw that this was a Nicolas Cage movie, so they had that in mind. A couple of years ago, a studio would have wanted a young, up-and-coming actor or something. Now, Nicolas Cage is one of the hottest actors in Hollywood again. Yeah, because he just did that Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent movie where we did see those gold-plated Castor Troy guns. And we got some quotes from Nicolas Cage saying that he would be up for it. He would be up for a face-off too. So he says, we're really honing in on the script. We're not going to share it until everybody likes this is the one. I think we really got it. Okay, so yeah, it has been probably the most challenging script we've ever worked on for a lot of reasons. There's so much pressure in wanting to make sure that this lives up to the legacy of that project. But every draft you have these days that just click in and you're like, aha, that's really what Face Off is. So yeah, Nicolas Cage would be happy to reprise his role. Now, would it be Nicolas Cage facing off somebody of his ilk? Like we saw that he liked working with Pedro Pascal, maybe? That would be interesting to see. Him facing off with... I'd like to see him face off against Sam Rockwell. That would be... That, I think, is something that I would like to see. Yeah. Yeah, because he says right here, Pedro Pascal eager to join Nicolas Cage. Because they had so much fun making that Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. But you know what? I would love to see Sam Rockwell face off against Nicolas Cage. That would be awesome. You would have to be a different villain, of course, or perhaps he would just play that mentor role, and you would have two younger people playing those face-off roles. And I'm sorry, I thought I turned off my phone. I didn't do it. You know what? You have to do so much to get this show ready. Turn off your phone. Set up the studio. Make sure you got all the graphics right. Make sure you got all the descriptions right. Make sure you got all this right. I apologize for that, guys. But anyway, that's Face Off 2. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below and we will talk about it. One last thing. Second last thing. A new Thor TV spot has come out. And it doesn't really show us... It shows us more of the Guardians of the Galaxy team coming together here. Why does Nebula look weird there? Something about her doesn't... Something about her seems a little bit off. Maybe it's just the angle. Okay, so we see Valkyrie. You're relaxing. See Rocket there. It's just a TV spot, so it's like quick little snippets, guys. We see a new shot of Thor. And it looks like they're going to say goodbye to each other there. Yeah, it's really not that much. I think it does show Gore, God Butcher, but it's the same shot that we saw in that latest trailer. So it's really not that much. Go check it out. At least we know that it's there. Jane lands down. Can't wait for that. Wait, is that Jane and Valkyrie? More love. And it's just got Sweet Child of Mine in there mostly throughout. And then they use that same joke of Zeus, played by Russell Crowe, zapping off Hemsworth's clothes. And you get that butt shot. Something that a lot of people want to see. So he's got Stormbreaker there. It's a quick little TV shot, TV spot there, guys. Okay. And then finally, what we'll do is we'll take a look at the old Twitter Roundup, see what's going on out there. All of these news stories, guys, I think most of them have been fairly big for today. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to miss anything big, but it is a 24-hour news cycle. If I miss something today or if a big trailer drops, it'll be up on the channel as quickly as I can put it. So I just want to get ready for Obi-Wan that'll come out in about 40 minutes. I got to cook my breakfast and get underway for that. Okay, so I'm just looking at what's going on here. Miss Marvel. Yeah, I don't want to go back into that stuff. So let's go over and take a look at the old Twitter sphere here. Just refresh the page. The Summer I Turned Pretty has been renewed for a second season. I don't even know what that would be on. The trailer for Apple TV Plus series Blackbird, starring Taron Egerton. Egerton? I forgot how to pronounce his last name. Anyway, Anthony Hopkins has joined Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. Cool. He will voice Jimmy, an impossible sentient something or other mechanized battle robot. Interesting. Can't go wrong with Anthony Hopkins. That's somebody you can fully trust. That's cool. Rebel Moon is going to be split into 2 parts on Netflix, guys. Right? It's Netflix or is it HBO? I think it's Netflix. Could be HBO. Tell me. Tell me what it is. I think it's Netflix because he signed that big deal, right? That's why Army of the Dead was on Netflix. So, yeah, Netflix sci-fi. So we'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow, perhaps. And I'll round up some more information for you. Oscar Isaac, Tom Hiddleston, Brian Cox, Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Keaton, and Quincy Isaiah for the roundtable. First trailer for Black Adam. 1 million views there on that site. Possible 2022 film festival, Venice Film Festival premieres. Don't Worry Darling, Bones and All, Ticket to Paradise, starring Julia Roberts and George Clooney. Okay. First episode of Miss Marvel is streaming now on Disney Plus. Yeah, and as I said, 97%, so people are liking it. I'm not going to do watch-alongs for that one. I may just do one big series. No, I'm not even going to do that, because I'm not the demographic. But I'll keep my eye on it. And if I watch it, I'm not going to even report on it. Which is maybe not the best way to do things. I don't know. All right. What's this? White Noise. Ethan Hawke. Joker 2 is officially happening. Okay, so it is happening. So it's greenlit. Well, at least we're according to this place. Yeah, it's more like in the works, guys. Official? Yeah, it'll get greenlit. I think it's going to happen. So, yeah, that's probably accurate. Pretty Little Liars. Lizzo. Thank you, Lizzo, for that stupid song. What's that song? About Damn Time. Yeah. If you follow TikTok, it's like every second video is that of somebody dancing or doing something to her song, Lizzo. Which is maybe why I should start recording some music and posting it on TikTok so that I can perhaps cash in on those little trendy dance things that happen. Stranger Things 4 has broken the record for the biggest streaming week on Netflix for an English language series. That's what I mean by it being buzzing. Okay, so that's Julia Garner being cast. Yeah, for the Madonna biopic. Yeah, I can see her. She's got the same kind of face. I can see that happening. All right, guys. I think that's going to end up with the show today because I got to go make my breakfast and get ready for Obi-Wan coming up at 1:30 p.m. So get ready for that. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow for more movie news. You're watching Mirror Domains. See you there.